Oh, sure. Machine politically incorrect. Kifitile ko Lux, ko Soweto. Flopo Daman, he's always at work. So what I'm going to do now, he's going to take us through his empty bag because the bag is empty. What are you carrying?
Look, I play off Titleist, the T100.
Sure.
And I only managed to play off the T100 because of a golf professional called Musiwalo Netunzi. So music no organizer can get second hand muzi. So the second hands more because he's a pro, he plays every day on the second
Sure.
So for what's second hand to us is brand new. It's toss bag. So I play with toss bag.
Sure.
Like my golf bag is like
no, it's
there.
fine. You're gonna send me a picture of your bag. We're gonna put it here with all your clubs. But for now, so you can have excuses.
Sure.
What are you carrying now?
Yeah. So today's challenge is that I must play with the mixed just to test my skill.
Sharp.
Right. So we got one of the juniors to give me a lob wedge.
Yeah.
And I'm playing. It's actually not a bad lob wedge. It's a Titleist lob wedge. And I'm playing the putter here, and it's an old school Justin putter.
Yes.
So I'll make use of it. We'll see. We'll test my skill.
Sharp.
And then I've got a 6 iron that I don't even know what. Oh, it's a Mizuno 6 iron.
Yes, it's a 6. Yeah.
It's a 6 iron, and I guess a putter, a driver. What driver is this? Right, so the driver is a tailor-made driver, yeah. There you go.
Tailor-made driver. Yeah, it's playing it.
And the shaft, I don't even know what shaft is this. It's a flex. So I'll need to slow down my swing so that I can hit the straight.
Okay, here's a 6.
Yeah, it's also a 6, a Mizuno.
So which 6 are you taking?
I'll take the
both Mizunos, the old one, old school and new.
Let me take the old one so that I get tested.
All right, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Sharp. We're just going to go to the first tee. It's a Gary Player design. When was it?
Yeah, so this is a Gary Player design course. It's a new course, even though this golf course is a very old golf course. It's the only golf course in any township across the African continent, that actually across the world, that is tour ready. What tour ready means is that Sunshine Tour or any other tour, international or local, can come here and host a tournament, big or small, because Joburg Open Ladies has been hosted here. So I'm talking about a proper golf course. This is a proper track. Big investment went into it. I'm talking investment in millions went into it. So
Mautiban Chela started that side and it kept being eaten away.
Yeah. So before, when it was just a golf course and it wasn't formalized and it wasn't a formal golf course that is registered and it's Gary Player signature.
Yeah.
So people took priority to develop houses and so forth. So for them it was just a park. I mean, you could rather have people have houses.
Sure.
Until it was formalized and people understood that sports is actually an economy in South Africa and golf is a rare commodity in Township, so we have to now protect this facility.
Okay.
We can't continue just having shacks pop out of nowhere or taking the golf course and using it for something else. So yeah.
Okay, the intention was to play 9-hole. Unfortunately, because of the time, we just going to do
as much as we can.
As much as we can.
Yeah.
But no, let me budget the par 4 first hole, the shortest par 3, and a par 5.
That's decent.
I think you got you got all the pars included. Okay, we're now going to the first tee hole. We're playing what are you playing?
I think let's just play stroke play and see whatever we come home with.
Okay,
so
Sharp.
To finish. So between you and I, it's what?
You're playing yellow tees. I'll play white tees.
Let's make it fun. You play ladies tee, I'll play white tee.
Okay, guys, it is making me a bitch. Let's play.
Yeah. So this is a par 4. That's the first hole at Soweto Country Club.
Sure.
There's a fairway bunker that you need to be careful of on the left, and after the fairway bunker, the green is not covered at all.
Okay.
Doesn't have any bunkers, so you are safe to take the riskiest shot that you'd like.
All right.
I would say that it's an average hole in terms of difficulty. So let's see what we do now.
So that bunker is the only hazard?
It's the only hazard we have on this hole.
All right, no, Sharp.
Sure.
Let me give you space.
Right, let's see what we do.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's see what we do with this tailor-made driver that I don't even know. But the shaft looks okay. I must just slow down my swing because it's a flex.
Do your thing. Do your thing. It's a beautiful hole. Save. Thank you.
Find that.
So, what kind of South Africa do you want?
Look, the South Africa that we want and that I personally want
Sure.
is a South Africa with equal opportunity for all young people. Whether you've come from the township or you find yourself coming from the suburbs. And mind you, I hope you take note that I didn't say white, black, colored.
Sure.
I want equal opportunity for all young people.
Sure.
And in the townships, as you can see, the townships are not sober.
Yeah.
Got a lot of young people that are drug addicts, liquor addicts, and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. I think. Bo, Richune.
Yeah, every right, you know.
Georgie.
Ah, le polo.
So you say the type of South Africa you want is the non-racial South Africa, where all people can prosper.
Yeah, where there's equal opportunity for young people.
Okay.
And that starts with making sure that the amount of drugs in townships can't be normalized.
Okay.
Because that means we've got addicts, drug addicts, and young people that are not sober. So when you look at the future adult, you're looking at a future adult that comes from a background of drugs here in Soweto and many other townships, Alexandra, Kukuletu, etc. So for me, what we need to then do is that we all need to hold hands to make sure that we protect the environment for the young people.
Sure.
Go back to the education system. Education system, we need to make sure that it's equal in terms of the private schools. It doesn't mean that when you've got money, your kids must be better educated than the majority of the South Africans without money.
Sure.
So, but because we don't live at school, we must go back home in communities. Communities must also be sanitized and make sure that there's no drugs for the kids. There's no social ills for the kids.
Sure.
A young girl mustn't be subjected to teenage pregnancy because the environment is disgusting. So the South Africa that I personally would like to see is one that prioritizes young people so that the future can be as bright as we all wish to be.
Now let's see if it's doable. Oh, beauty. How will she roll?
Yeah.
And you think this government, this ideal government, I don't want to go to that, political speak of, the of the Congress movement. But do you think this thing is achievable in this lifetime?
Which thing? What I desire?
This government, this society that you envisage.
It is very much achievable. For example, NHLANHLA LUX Foundation.
Yes.
We have a school in the Eastern Cape that focuses on rehabilitation. Giving young people skills, rehabilitating them through military programs of physical training, mental training, giving them skills that they can use, bricklaying, plumbing, etc.
Sure.
If I can do that, who am I? So imagine if there's 20 more people doing that. So now imagine if the entire country has that attitude. Imagine if government adopts that attitude. It's possible in a lifetime. How long did it take me to open a school?
This society, it's achievable in your lifetime.
Definitely. I mean, after the school in the Eastern Cape, we've got another school that we're opening now in a month in Soweto. And this is all done by individuals. I mean, who are we? Who am I? Soweto. It's called the NHLANHLA LUX School of Rehab Soweto Muletsani campus. Who am I? So if most of us adopt an attitude of change and want to make a real difference, it's possible. Very possible.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Let me see. So take me through your bunker shot.
So when you play a bunker shot, what you're trying to achieve, what you try to achieve when you play a bunker shot is that, must I play this one or this one?
Play this one.
Yeah, what you try to achieve when you play a bunker shot is that if your ball is in line with the target where I'm going,
Yes.
my body must open up left of the target.
Okay.
But the club face continues to be straight with the target. The body is open.
Yeah,
that
the
way.
body's
open.
The body's
Meaning
open.
I'm opening to the left of the target if
Yes.
I'm right-handed. If I'm
Yes.
left-handed, I'm opening to the right of the target.
Sure.
Right. So I'm opening up to the left of the target with the club face continuing to face the target. And you need to be grounded.
Sure.
So that you're not moving around too much. And put your weight on the left side.
Sure.
Right? And what you're trying to achieve is hit down into the sand,
Sure.
not the ball. The sand, not
Yes.
the ball.
Sure.
And then you'll achieve the shot that you want. So
Sure,
just
let's
do a
see.
small demo here. Oh, Jacob.
Flop your sand,
Yeah.
okay?
But what you're trying to achieve is just to hit the sand instead of
Alright.
hitting ball.
Alright, sharp. Let me see how I would do with it.
And let me just warn you.
Sure.
Before sharper. Because I'll shoot or ball.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Alright.
That's it. That's it, yeah.
Thank you.
You're right, sure.
What is it about NHLANHLA LUX that people don't know?
Yeah.
Because it's about controversy when I fail.
Yeah.
What is it that you think people don't know and you would want people to know?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't like people to know much about me.
Yeah.
Because we're living in a world where opinion matters more than fact.
Sure.
So the less you know about me, the better.
Sure.
The more you know about what I have done, that's where I want it.
Sure.
Not more you know about what I'm going to do and what I'm about to do, what I'm doing.
Sure.
I don't want people to know that. I want people to know what I've done, because the work should speak for itself. Because the more you talk, anybody can talk. Talk is cheap.
Sure.
We need action. A lot of the people, but let's say in parliament, their job is to talk. You can't tell me their action.
Yeah.
Choose anyone in parliament.
Sure.
Go back to where they come from. Let's say you're choosing NHLANHLA LUX in parliament.
Sure.
When you come into Soweto and look at, ask any Gogo young person, tell us about the work of NHLANHLA LUX, not NHLANHLA LUX.
Sure.
You'll need 2 days. They'll tell you about a lot that we've done in the township, when there was...
So legacy is king.
100% action and legacy is king.
Yeah.
So we can't have leaders that are prone to just
Sure.
talking and talking.
Let's talk about today. Today we had a hectic schedule. We were supposed to play at 9.
Yeah.
And we couldn't because we were busy doing community work.
Yeah.
What is it that we're doing? Rohpela di bolo tjela re di phate.
Sure.
Eta?
Kids.
All right, sure. Yeah, while you are parting it, how do you read these greens? Are they? What do you call this? Because
Yeah.
this is July. Do you find them to be pacey, classy?
Look,
What?
the greens at Soweto
Yeah.
Candidlap are generally in great condition. So throughout the year, you find them in tip-top shape. So what I can tell you about putting here, you need to look at, before you look at the green,
Yes.
look at the entire golf course.
Sure.
Most of our golf course slopes this way.
Sure.
So if you can't see the line, best believe the ball will go that way, because
Oh.
most of the course goes that way.
Yeah.
And then you look at the grain, and then you look at the slope of the green. But the strongest influence in terms of how your ball will behave remains to be
Is the general landscape.
layout. And then
That's what
gradient.
my master justice tells me. He
That's
says,
right.
forget
Sure.
everything. Just look at the general landscape.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
read this one for
I've
me.
got a long putt. It's an uphill here,
Sure.
and then halfway, it starts becoming more flat than uphill.
Okay.
So the gauge is very
Looks like
important.
it's dipping from just after this.
Yeah, it looks like it's dipping, but again, if I remind you, the golf course is coming this way.
Oh,
so
then it levels it
don't be
out.
misled
Sure.
by that. Yeah, you find your ball that side.
Yeah.
So what's important is just to have a good control shot up here on this slope.
Yes.
And once it starts leveling out, then you need to have the ball dying.
Sure.
If it's up to me, I would then say that it's a medium pace putt. So you go all the way. Have an attitude as if it's an uphill all the way, but not aggressive. Okay, so the gauge is important.
Is it straight or is it breaking anyway?
So it's going to do a little bit of a double break. It's going to start this way,
yes.
and then as it gets to the shadow, it'll probably end that
Comes
way.
back.
At worst, it'll just straighten.
All right,
but
sharp.
you must definitely start.
Shall finish what you were saying?
Sure. So what I was saying is that for me, it's important that this type of shot, your goal is to try have a 2-putt. Don't be greedy with the 1-putt. Get it close enough to tap it in.
First ball sondeza.
Right? Yeah. So I'm going to go to the shadow, just the outside of the shadow, né? From here, and hopefully it does that snake thing, the double break. See, it went too much that way. I didn't even hit it.
First break in, second break not.
So that break is much stronger than we thought.
All right, chap, let me.
So I rate to go a grip length more inside, né?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still read it incorrectly.
Yeah, but you see the gauge is important more than the line. So
yeah.
It's easy to tap in now. Yeah.
That is a 2-putt, eh?
Yeah. Ntwana edlala ka phatha every day. Ke sona ka ntwana tsa rona. So what shot don't we have? We've got
par 4. We're now going to a par 5. So this is the only par 5 on this side.
Yeah.
Par 5.
Yeah.
Then how do you play it? It's a doggy left, right?
Yeah. So this is a dog leg left, and because the wind more than often comes this way, what you're trying to do, there's rough on the left. So a preferred shot here is a fade for a right-handed player, a draw for a left-handed player. So you want to start it at the corner by the bunkers, fade it in. If you're a long hitter, you want to aim that corner and carry all those bunkers in the corner. Okay?
Let's see.
Sure.
Okay, take it away. Ah, a beauty, thing of beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. You would?
Nah.
You go much high?
I'm gonna randomly just call out names. You choose one.
Sure.
Marcus Garvey or Kwame Nkrumah?
Kwame Nkrumah, definitely.
Difficult one. Thomas Sankara or Patrice Lumumba?
Thomas Sankara.
Mandela or Sobukwe? I know it's a little drula.
But I'll take Robza. I'll take Robert Sobukwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed to explain why, ne?
Yeah, Robert Sobukwe, according to me, was the most dangerous person in the eyes of the apartheid regime. That's why he was isolated.
Yeah.
From the others. So
yes.
When I read a lot of his material and material around him, and I speak to people who lived around them, then I understand already. The one that gets isolated,
yes,
is the one with serious power,
yes,
strength in terms of influence and intelligence and so forth.
All right.
I just wish that he lived for this generation to also experience him.
Steve Biko or Chris Hani?
Chris Hani.
Even awanagana.
Nah.
When I get competent.
You work a little. I work Chris Hani, work a guerrilla.
Yeah.
I work Chris Hani, work Kamutone was in charge of. Let's call him a mastermind.
Sure.
The mastermind, the black.
Sure.
Which
one are we playing?
The entire, no, that way.
Okay.
The entire plan.
Sure.
The plan of the people was highly dependent on the army of the people, the people's army.
Yeah.
Which was led by the general and the guerrilla, Chris Hani. Yeah. Amongst others, obviously, but yeah, boss.
All right, sharp. John Steenhuisen or Helen Zille? Don't tell me we're in 21.
I'll take Helen. I'll choose Helen Zille because Helen Zille has been tested through time. Ever since we knew the DA, she's always been there.
Yes.
And she remains the commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
So Steenhuisen hasn't been tested.
She's an iron lady.
Maybe if asked about Tony Leon, I might be confused, but no. When you speak about comparing those two, the lady takes it.
Yeah, ne? Jacob Zuma or Donald Trump? Same characters.
No, let's not say same characters.
Same characters.
Similar,
vilified by their people.
Similar commercial characters.
They are okay. So you think both of them are sold to people when you say commercial?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So, what would you rather have between Jacob Zuma or Donald Trump?
I'm choosing JZ. JZ has a history of credentials.
Yes.
The same controversies that you speak about today, forget the political party. The same intelligence country that our black systems used to infiltrate the white systems. He was at the center of that type of thinking, engagement and intelligence. When you speak of Jacob Zuma, when you speak of Jacob Zuma,
Fairway 5.
Last now.
Yeah. Ergebo. Clearly 5I.
What's your fine? I don't want a 5 wood. It's only back your ones.
Sure. So you are choosing him. You are choosing JZ over
Donald Trump.
Over Donald Trump.
I know it's for the sake of the Chinese commercial.
Yeah.
But I hope it's the last you compare the two. Jacob Zuma ke powers.
Yeah.
Ke powers like credentials. Trump came into politics from business.
Sure.
Jacob Zuma doesn't have any other trade except for politics. He's a real struggle hero of our country.
He knows politics only.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's a real struggle hero of our country.
Sure.
He dedicated his entire life, not now, in the space of Twitter and social media. Before there was telephones, Jacob Zuma was who he is.
So people are calculating 66%. Yeah, MK, EFF, ANC. So no only disunity. And
government
fear.
Of national unity.
Yeah. So do you think we could have went and ignored our differences as African people? Reunite 66% as a country.
Yes, definitely. Unity is the power that we lack as Africans. Everyone else, getting minority, it's a serious the difference that they're united. So we should have put our differences aside and definitely united and see how best we can take this country forward, because it would have been a great time in this country where you find such a majority, overwhelming majority. It happened during Thabo Mbeki's time, but you find an overwhelming majority in terms of numbers leading the country, and we failed at that opportunity because we've got people who think for themselves and not the people of this country. I can name them. If you and I fail to put our personal difference aside for the sake of the country, you and I are clear that we are here for ourselves and our kids, not the country. Otherwise.
So you mean the South Africa that you want and you told me about, if these three big political parties of ours can combine and unite, we could easily achieve it?
Not easily. It doesn't mean that if it's a black government, things are easy.
Yeah.
They probably might be tougher, for all you know, because there might be less collaboration.
Yeah.
Because you don't have in your mind a reference in South African history where black people were able to come together and not have spy and division amongst us. So it's always a problem. So I don't think it could have been better, but if I had to choose between two evils, I'd choose this evil because at least I know how to speak to it in my own language. But when you speak of competence, you're speaking of something else. You just have to be honest with yourself.
Sure.
These days, competence is not color-based, guys. Competence is whoever has the qualification and experience necessary to do a certain responsibility, take a certain responsibility.
Sure.
There are young people in universities across this country who are competent engineers. Give them ESCOM to run. We don't need to know them. They don't need to come from a fancy surname
Sure.
of political history or economic history.
Sure.
Just give the ordinary child who's the best in the country in terms of experience, qualification, span. Gets example.
Sure.
If you're saying that we want the Minister of Education, give someone education, not a deployment.
Sure.
Give Lucas Khateb, Minister
Sure.
of Sports, because that man has international colors, national colors, and don't even talk about the province. Give people who are competent, get a Springbok jacket.
Sure.
People who have won World Cups, give them the Ministry of Sport. Give
That's
Jake
right.
White the Minister of Sports and say that, listen, if you can get the national team right, then you can get the entire department right. Give the guy that's running the National Rugby Union in South Africa, Saru, give them the administration of the department, because they clearly know their story. Because rugby trickles down from national team to high school rugby. We are the best in the world when it comes to high school rugby. What are they doing that we can do at the department? We don't want to know. Why? Because they are white.
Now that you are on sports, let's just push this one while you're thinking about this one. Gayton, what are you playing there?
I'll pay.
I'm playing Fairwood 5.
Okay, 6 and get punch. Yeah. Sure.
No, look at Makada war level like it's fine. Yeah, level like that. So I'm gonna play first.
Yeah.
How far are we?
We're about 216 to the wind.
No, it's fine. This will give me a good layup. If I'm within 100, it's fine. My bag is full. It's unlike yours. That would work.
Or sharp kara, sharpela from the back.
All right, it's fine. So anything Edirang ke Gayton, you found confidence in terms of sports. Wasola or Grand Gayena he's going all right.
To be honest with you, I'm not a man to judge before the work is done.
Sure.
Let's judge Gayton.
Sure.
At the end of the journey.
Okay.
It's like you 100-meter sprinter starting,
Yeah.
and you say that, wow, this one is off the blocks quickly.
Sure.
But we've often seen Usain Bolt is the slowest starter of all time.
Sure.
But he's the best runner and he's the world champion of all time.
Sure.
So let's see what Gayton does and judge him on merit,
Sure.
not on
So
rhetoric.
Mufa 100 days in office or Mufa full 5-year term?
No. Kimufa contract. The contract is a minute
Ah,
until it
it
gets
will
changed.
never end.
What do you mean?
What if he doesn't even finish?
No,
What
because if I was the Minister of Sports,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there in 100 days and ebelekile chaza.
Yeah.
If Kiako Saru, Pela Sports is not rugby, volleyball in. How
Sure.
do you judge a person on 100 days? I look at sports, a country of it.
Yeah.
Golf, you look at
Sure.
Does he even know the golfers who are playing international? Does he know the South African Career Association?
Sure.
You can't. I'm a sports person, professional sports person. That's why 100 days for a minister is not possible. You must allow the man to go the long journey, finish at the finish line, and look at him on merit. We'll then ask him from different sporting codes, what did you do for black golf development, or maybe not color-based development, but township golf development.
Sure.
We've got people like Boched in colored communities who are promoting the game, because it was never fashionable for golf to be in colored communities.
Sure.
That way. How are we supporting them to make sure that golf goes? We've got young professionals, Bo Muzi, Bo Sipo Bujela, and Babang Babanya, and Tonata Bo Linke, Nkababita Kofe.
Sure.
But we are saying that as much as they are junior in golf, in professional space than others, what is government doing for them? When they travel around the country, around the continent, what's government doing for them to make sure? What's their responsibility as government? So when you have those type of indabas and talks, I'll judge Gayton. Because unfortunately or fortunately, I'm a professional sports person.
Sure.
So I know the industry in and out. So not the entire sports industry, but some certain like golf industry.
Yeah.
Can't tell me anything about the golf industry.
Sure.
I served in the golf industry. I owned a golf course in my lifetime. I owned a driving range in my lifetime. So I'm playing industry golf walala. You need to know your story properly. So
Sure.
there's no way, even if Gayton was the minister of golf
Yeah.
alone, 100 days is not enough. Can't be.
proper. Okay, let's see.
I'm going to try punch this because it's windy and the wind is coming in.
Okay.
I'm just punching it anywhere in that fairway just to see or it'll back guy. So punch is nearly like a bunker shot. You just lean forward, and then you're going to literally punch the shot instead of swing it.
Sure.
Yo, but you like it. Yeah, but you like it shanka, but yeah. So do you understand what I mean about?
Yeah, no, I get you. So in terms of topical issues, topical issues like a ministry like that, because people will always complain. People will come to you to complain. So he doesn't want to cancel these things, Yabo Mama Joy, and he says he wants to do it uniformly. So even this election, he says there's a panel, even this selection of this panel must be done in a proper way. Do you agree?
Look, supporters are everything.
Yeah.
When you talk about national supporters, that alone it must be qualified as a profession.
Sure.
Because Mama Joy would then be away from their family as much as the soccer players are away from their family.
True.
How do we then classify that person? That person must be supported. It's a national asset because they go and encourage the national team. When you hear Vuvuzela, it makes a big difference to when you're just playing to a plain stadium and just the referee's whistle.
Yeah.
So for me, I welcome the idea of having a sober-minded committee that can deliberate on that one. But as long as the objective is to include them, not exclude them.
All right. Whose punch is this? Okay. In this GNU, it's a compromise because people did not get what they wanted.
Yeah.
And they did not budget for this, but it's a consequence of elections.
Sure.
If you were in the decision-making structures, would you have done the same? Even
from
the
which
ministry, let's say from the ANC.
Yeah.
Would you have picked the same type of ministers and would you have bargained for what it is now, or you would have organized government differently?
Do you know, it's easy for us just to talk about it.
True.
What I would have then done is I would have put systems in place to check who's the most competent.
Yeah.
In all this, and I place competence over cadres.
It's impossible.
It's very possible. I would then instruct as the leader of GNU to say that the pool of people you are giving me are not qualified for positions that I want to give them. Go find your own members then and bring them here. I'll give them the positions necessary. So I'd literally interview for each position the most competent person in the ANC, in the EFF.
To take you 4 months.
No, it doesn't. It can take me 2 days. Guys, it's not that hard. It can take me 2 days if I really want to. I'm the president of the country.
Yeah.
I can bring everyone to Cape Town today. I can call everyone. Everyone will be in Cape Town today. I'll talk to everyone today. Tomorrow announce. Okay.
I see this golf course has improved quite a lot from what people used to see and used to speak about. 2 things. Gauteng government is here, and the city of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
What props can you say to them, and what is it that you could say in a way of thanking them, the way they participated in the township? Is this enough? You want them to do more?
Yeah. No, it's not. Let's be honest.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
What do you want them to do?
You can never ever celebrate a fish for swimming.
Yeah.
Job. It must swim. There's nothing else it must do.
Yeah.
So having the golf course is municipal owned.
Yes.
But is it municipal maintained?
Yeah.
Is it maintained by the municipality? The answer is no. It's private sector that came on board at a greater investment than that of government.
Sure.
And made sure that we've got this facility. Sunshine Tour played a role in mobilizing private sector.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Thank you. Chap ke khopela 60 degrees. So you get a decision one like this, ne?
Yeah.
There's a lot of decisions on this ball.
Yeah.
There's no hazard between here and there.
Yeah.
Do you flop shot? Do you bump and run the space between the fringe and the flag?
Look,
what do you do?
The basics of chipping is simple. Use the green. If you have a lot of green to work with, use the green. If you don't have green to work with, go for the hole and decide for that shot that stops. If you look at this, after the hole, it goes down.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play shots that might not stop and find yourself that side.
Sure.
You want to take a shot that, if at all anything, it's short of the hole, because then you have an uphill part.
Sure.
Anything after the hole is a downhill part. And if it catches that slope going down, it's a long part. That is a nonsense part, because it goes up and then down.
Yes.
So you are almost guaranteed not to up and down if you pass the hole.
Okay.
So for me, you just pick a spot here, use the green to roll to the hole. That would be the best advice to play this hole.
All right, sharp. Let's see.
Sure.
What do you've got there?
It's a 60 degrees.
Okay.
It's a lob wedge. Again, you just open up to the left, keep the club face square to the target, few practice shots, and pick a spot, commit to the spot, chip to the spot. That's it.
Okay.
Just missed it.
Let's see.
But you'd rather have it putting uphill than over to Luis.
Let me allow her to run.
Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. I can live with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Anytime. Yeah.
At least you passed the flag.
Yeah, sure.
South Africa that NHLANHLA LUX once. South Africa, you had the foundation.
Yeah, active citizens.
Yeah.
Whether you do it under forms of foundations or NGOs, active citizens. People must stand up and do the work for themselves by themselves. Because government is not a few people doing something.
Sure.
Right? It's all of us coming together to do what's right for this country.
Thank you. So the reason I'm asking about this foundation is Utsuri Foundation.
Yeah.
Good work that you're doing.
Sure.
Meroko wa bonagala.
Sure.
Kunale Helen Suzman.
Yeah.
South Africans don't like Helen Suzman.
Is it?
In fact, when they hear Helen Suzman, they just think negative things. People are saying,
like what?
This
Why
foundation,
don't I think those negative things?
They say when South Africa wants to do something, that's civil society especially.
Yeah.
Whenever they want to do something,
yeah.
Whenever they want to do something, those guys always impede them. They veto everything government wants. They take initiatives to court to stop it.
Yeah.
Talking about
so why don't people have their own organizations and do the same? No, they don't. People who are obsessed with trying to ridicule people like Helen Suzman. I don't agree with her or the foundation as an example. And many issues, maybe I might agree on some.
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that their right to speak must be taken away.
So you want people to go out and mobilize
themselves.
Communities.
Because right now we have a culture of mobilizing against Helen Suzman Foundation.
Sure.
No, mobilize yourselves to do what you want and achieve what you think.
Sure.
And stop focusing on what they want and what they think. That's the only difference, and it's a very small difference between success and failure.
Sure.
Then what if we go outside Suzman Foundation gate and march and do it? Then what?
People are crying that the NHLANHLA LUX they knew, the NHLANHLA LUX they loved, has changed. And you have said in the past that wena o berekela batho. People ba o jaga. The pace that NHLANHLA LUX is going, because there are lots of hopes. You know, it's unfortunate you are a victim of your own success. You do know that Ronald Botswana Parliament, Ronald Parliaments in other places, because they want to model this.
So it's a parliament.
Yes, the good work that you do on the ground. Is it pressure on you? Do you feel pressure to live up to to full fruition of NHLANHLA LUX?
No, I'm living up to the full fruition of NHLANHLA LUX. If
Yeah.
I was a Jabulani Tembu,
Yeah.
and they say you must do it like NHLANHLA LUX,
Yeah.
then as Jabulani I'd have a problem. But
Also,
if you can't say as NHLANHLA LUX, do it like NHLANHLA LUX,
yes.
but why confused? Why confused? So
Yes.
I don't feel pressure to live a life that people want me to live, because this one is mine.
Sure.
Ne? Maybe if we can come together and decide on a life together,
Sure.
then we can start living a different life together. But when you can't continue drinking, kokonga.
Sure.
Relax electric. Until
Yes.
Nah,
Yeah.
get join an organization of politics where your money, taxpayers' money,
Sure.
ne? Legally I'm binded to account to you, then fine. But how maponya ba defendiwa kibo LUX?
Yeah.
Under whose budget time? Our budget and time.
Sure.
We were shot go chicken farm.
Yes.
Our people were killed. We buried our own people at our own expense. The families lost their kids and sons, own expense.
You lost soldiers on the ground.
Many times. Twitter, Marwai basa, hanna ne ke tshwarwa.
Yes.
Ke lona le drug dealer mo kasi.
Yes.
Drug dealer e ne re ke utse 350. Lousy case.
350
Yeah,
rands.
ebe ke tshwarwa. It was a national story. Where were you, the person behind your Twitter account,
Sure.
with your opinion? When I was facing drug dealers, where are you? When I continue to do it, I don't consult you.
Sure.
So your opinion, whether it's a yay or nay, matters not. Mine is to do what is within my competence.
You keep focus, eyes on the ball.
Within my competence.
Sure.
I cannot defend my point. It's because I know that shop up lava katlaka di AK. Okay, it's help aka competence. I say chostunya ke tseba saka as miss. So yanong batla o tseba hore tlamele ke ngenge mang.
Yeah.
Ke ngenge mang. Ke na ntwana tsa before bo maponya ba. Ntwana tsa ka tsa dikedi in the golf industry. My interest ta ke tsoa ke bana no re nka improve o kera go bona jwang. How can I improve? So now that the cameras of SABC newsroom are looking at me carrying my ponya. Do you think that's my life? Oh, you people are short-sighted if they thought that was my life. I have a life, they don't even have a clue what goes on in that life.
Sure.
So I'm not here to entertain events and make it a life. Those things are events. Operation Tutol is a period in time, is an event.
Sure.
Maponya Mall, period in time is an event. I can call all of them. Period in time is an event. It's not me. So who am I? It's your responsibility to find out.
Sure.
It's not me. You didn't even know that I play golf.
Sure.
It's not me. So if a woman gets mugged in front of me, there's this supernatural thing that will happen. I'll intervene. There's no woman that's or elderly person, but
Sure.
But I don't wake up and say, today,
Sure.
it must come to my attention, then I must respond to it.
Sure.
It's eventual, it's event-based.
Yeah.
It's situational. It's not
South Africans must limit their expectations of wanting you to be all over for them.
Okay, let's do this.
Because you're a hope of people.
It's fine, and I appreciate it. Let's do this. Superman.
Sure.
Kent Clark.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So how na le problem? O tsena toilet a itse ntho tsa a. So kopa o nna hane jwa lo re tleba e tlo kena toilet e thuse khutlele mo phelong ba yona.
It's not about spotlight.
It's not about spotlight.
Sure.
I care less what the media writes, how confused they are. It's better when they're even confused, because
Sure.
it gives me peace of mind in my real space. Because if they were not confused, my real space would have the spotlight.
Sure.
Then I'd have a problem.
Yeah.
Because everywhere I turn, there's these people and their voices and their noise.
Sure.
Where I live in real life, not place, house. I'm saying my line of life, in real life. The parita ko Twitter, le di kenkenyana tse tsa tlhapeng tse tsa go di political party tse ga tang o mamelo fela di bua di saka mambriri a di tsebe next kan and go round on chakela o tla understand nna ke tseba haka kang ka bona.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ardale the last one.
Sure.
100 bon.
Yeah.
In 100 meters Ardale hole behind trees.
This cafe way.
Blinded, yeah. Okay, it's fine.
But you are lucky that the wind is coming behind you. It will help you. There's no resistance in terms of going up.
Okay.
So you don't have to force taking it up. You can just have a normal swing. You should make it past this tree with a sand wedge or a lob wedge, whatever the distance may be.
All right, let's see.
So I'm using the sand wedge.
All right.
This lob wedge. Exactly for what distance I can sharpen. So
it's a test. It's a test.
Those are my.
Yeah.
We foster that distance.
Sure. Set. Oh.
Okay, one and take a couple of this. Nearly there. Yeah, but the height, everything is perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Too far. So, the challenges that you find in the township, do you consider them township-based problems to an extent that if you go to national government, because there were pressures of you going to parliament, going to do things on a national scale?
I was offered by 3 political parties to get into parliament. I said no.
Are you free to name them?
No, let's not do that. No, but
all right.
But I said no because I feel like parliament is a policy council.
Yeah.
Where we discuss what must happen, policy, voting, talk too much about people's problems.
Yeah.
I want to be free to actually take action so that people right. If today people are raping our people here, they're going house to house. We can't sit and discuss it in parliament. When last did you hear Nyope being discussed in parliament? What's the action around it? It's the biggest problem in any township.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be the one taking action because those guys are just theorists, just theorizing and intellectualizing our people's problems. So let them do it, and then I'll just do what I can on the side.
Okay, let me bump and run mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Man, it all the way, man. You jigger somewhere.
Yeah, so it's a delicate shot.
Let me see.
I need to track a phone shop. Yeah.
Set.
Oh, nearly. Oh.
No grip. Ah, what a shot. What a shot.
Wala ka ang panaka. Wait lang panaka.
Okay. On the other side of the sun, ne? Right, so ne? Sure. Kupa ne? So we're now taking your parting shot.
Yeah.
As you close the course. Are you free to disclose the thing that you are going to do in future? Yeah. I know you are working on this on these 2 schools. Eastern Cape and then some more
graduate, but what graduated Eastern Cape?
Okay, some more.
That school in the Eastern Cape, I had a child who came in that did not know they were pregnant. Delivered the baby at my school. Continued and finished the rehabilitation process. She went home as a rehabilitated mother with a newborn. If I can do those things in this country, you, the next person listening, the government.
Bonus Galison that I saw, is it a fully functional school?
Yes.
I thought it's
the one in Soweto.
Yes.
No. We are opening it in September. You just asked the one in the East.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yes,
sure.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's a country spirit, a national crisis, the drugs. It's not a Soweto crisis.
Yeah.
So, what my next moves?
Yes. Are you free to disclose your next
with pleasure.
Yeah.
We are going to be building military-based rehabilitation schools across the continent.
That's good.
You're going to hear.
You're saying continent?
Yes. You're going to hear that in Zimbabwe, in Botswana, we've got NHLANHLA LUX School of Rehabilitation, because this problem, guys, it's a global problem.
Yeah.
So we start here at home in the continent.
Are you not afraid that your name in Africa has been rubbished for all
I
wrong
can
reasons?
never be. I go to Africa in and out. I get more love in Africa.
Yeah.
When you South Africans were calling me xenophobic,
Yes.
Lona,
They were embracing you.
I was being embraced in countries as far as Ethiopia.
You were
because
helping in warfare situations.
I was helping in warfare. I gave service to Ethiopia in their Tigray conflict.
Yeah.
I was there, hands on the ground, not in boardrooms intellectualizing their war.
Yeah.
I was on the ground ka ekele machensa bona mo. So now wale another animal.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm therefore saying that Africa keep like everything. Though even the Africans in South Africa, however that gets taken. Those people meet me and ask for a photo. I wish we had the energy we have in our country. So it's just a game of media.
There's a manufactured war that is not there.
Yeah, it's
so
called,
much love.
It's called media warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. Some of us understand war. So there's different types of spaces in war, media warfare, psychological
That is exactly
warfare.
what made me to come and walk the greens with you, walk the fairways with you, because I believe there's something about NHLANHLA LUX that is always misconstrued.
Sure. Maybe don't correct it for them.
Yeah.
Let them misconstrued.
Sure.
But papama.
Yes.
Follow line pension. Papa. How? The new Mutsepe can bomb Tipe Labatlokofit.
Yeah.
The new Mutsepe, the new Ivan Koza.
Sure.
Kilax.
So that's how you go
If I ask you what you know about Ivan Koza,
yes.
you don't tell like a parents, you don't know that man.
Evan.
You don't know that man.
Drop the hints in
If I ask you about Mutsepe, what do you know? You won't tell me about mining. You don't know the man. You tell me about a mine. You don't know the man.
Yeah.
Tell me about Sundowns. It's not Mutsepe Sundowns. You don't know the man. So when you are smart, you then look at how people who were able to successfully navigate past the media spaces, past the nonsense culture that divides black people, how do they do it? You study them.
Yeah.
Now I've got a little bit of privilege that I can access some of them,
Sure.
and then study them better.
Yeah.
You know, you need to move this way.
So
you can't move for Instagram.
Sure.
You must move for real things. Instagram, there's nothing else to prove. Accounts are verified on Instagram.
Who are your mentors, people that we don't see on a daily basis? Who gives you an ear?
So, to be honest with you, you're qualificationing that's old school.
Yes.
Ordinary, mentor, because that means more to me than someone telling me in a boardroom whatever they want to tell me.
Sure.
And the advices you get from the elderly in our communities is very important. But university, the experience of life and the work of life, they can tell you they are the same generation that fought against an apartheid, a resourced apartheid regime and defeated it.
Sure.
So don't think that because we're not Waskolong, Bonabaya, they have nothing to tell you. So now I have conversations with ordinary people. I have conversations with people that media might deem as important. I give everyone an ear, and that's what shapes my character and a bit of my intelligence.
Okay, let's part it and kill it. You close the course.
Sure.
What are you doing here? So
For me, it looks like I'm not going to leave the hole. I'm going to go a little bit firm, straight, maybe left of center. Okay. Firm. If no goes a dying part, I'd invest more this side here. But I want to have a firm part, a confident part going in. Actually went that way.
Straightish for me.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, she left it right at the end.
Right.
Lux,
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for
appreciate you.
For bringing me here.
Sure.
It's the first time I come here.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the last. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring friends. re tlo ipanela di deng re tlo tla le majita re tlo ipanela ta bona re combined what are we going to shoot here.
Sure.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, bring your team. I'll bring your Soweto team, and you'll see how.
No.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much. That was NHLANHLA LUX.
Yeah.
He also does here in Soweto. I want you to tell me what is it that you think about him. He has been what do I say? Character assassinated. He has been told by many people that he's a nobody. He remains strong. He's not media shy. He has never been media shy, but he has always been someone who's out there in the media, even though there's a lot about him that we don't know. I came here, I tried, I still don't know much about him. I don't know where he comes from. I don't know if he was born in Lesotho, was born here. I don't know. You guys, you tell me what you think about him. In a long time, I've made a podcast about him that we have lost in NHLANHLA LUX. It's a dream deferred. It's someone that we have lost, but there he is. He's still working in the township. He's still doing a lot of work with a lot of people in South Africa. Let's hope all these political parties who have seen good in him can capture him and make him what we want him to be, because there are few people like in NHLANHLA LUX who are willing to work with criticism. Of course, he makes mistakes, he picks fight, but he's a man of his word. Let's see how far he will go. He said he was going to Africa. Let's see how far it goes. Thank you.